Hello, everyone. My name is Swamp.
As you can hear the chants from the crowd. Let's go, Brandon.
I don't think that's what they said. Let's go, Brandon. Oh, yeah. One more time just so we're clear. Let's go, Brandon, all year. They scream and shout. When we're together, there is no doubt. Say it again so we can hear. Let's make it crystal clear. Let's go, Brandon. Let's Raise a drink for Brandon. All right, guys. That's right. Roe v. Wade was overturned. And people are getting crazy. I'm sure tonight is going to just be wild. But let's not forget, it's Pride Month, so I'm going to put my progressive pride flag back up there. And I have a few live streams open of the crazy the protests. Here, I'm going to leave this up. There you go, underneath the show map. Yeah, and that's I'm expecting to see some crazy people, man. See, I got a few different ones opened here. Oh, here's some people fighting, it looks like. Oh, hey, the cops are there already. That is kind of annoying, though. Playing music that loud. Oh, this stream's over already. All right, I was just clicking through those streams. But of course, the first thing we have to do is go to Swamp News. All right. Let's do it. Hello, everyone. My name is Swamp Johnson, and this is Swamp News. It's still Pride Month, and they're turning the freaking cops gay.
Hi, I'm Officer Lutz with the Columbus Division of Police. I'm your LGBTQIA+ liaison officer. And we're unveiling right now our Pride Cruiser for the month of June. I'm excited about this cruiser. It's great for representation.
Now that's what I call gay. In an effort to help the people realize how super serial the war in Ukraine is, Ben Stiller went and met his lifelong hero, Zelensky.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Really nice to meet you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for taking the time.
Great honor for me.
No.
We know you very well.
It's
Yes.
a great honor for me, and nice to see you. It's really wonderful. You're my hero. You're
No,
amazing.
no,
Yes.
I'm
No. As you quit a great acting career for this.
Not so great as you.
No, but pretty great.
Thanks so much.
But what you've done and the way that you've rallied the country and what for the world, it's really inspiring. So
It's too much for me. Chief of office. Yeah.
hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I understand that is in information in media, yes, that there are a lot of information that it's not safety in Ukraine. So,
Yeah.
but We know it because that the war it couldn't be safety everywhere, right. But very important for us that people don't forget. It's not interesting to speak about the war every day.
Truly powerful stuff. Roe v. Wade has been overturned, and feminists and beta males alike all over the country are having their voices crack with rage while they literally shake.
I will not be stopped. I will not be stopped. We are the most powerful force in this earth. Rise up! I have a word for the justices of this court. You stand on the edge of the abyss. You are standing on the edge of the abyss.
Someone get that man a glass of water. No one could have imagined that in the United States, the states would have the rights to govern themselves, and the path to destroying our democracy itself would be by giving more power to the states and the people of this great nation. Shocking stuff. The January 6th committee hearings continue to grip the nation. Truly historic, compelling, riveting, must-see TV.
There's never been a bigger or more important story in American history than this.
This is the most important story in the history of the Republic.
These January 6th hearings are remarkable. They are riveting.
The hearings last night, they were searing, they were vivid.
It was compelling, it was chilling, the videos were chilling, and I think it's going to be historic.
This was a historic, compelling hearing.
This is very compelling television because it's a very compelling hearing.
And it's compelling. It's must-see TV.
I've been texting with a number of sources. I was texting people live during the hearing. The words that I was hearing from them were stomach-churning, riveting, compelling. One senator told me that he had a lump in his throat as he was watching the video and hearing this testimony.
Stunning testimony from the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th assault.
A stunning round of testimony from the witnesses, of course, what the committee was able to offer in terms of new materials that we had never seen before.
This is so much worse than something like Watergate. This is so much worse than Watergate. This is a watershed moment for our democracy.
What happened on January 6th is so much worse than Watergate.
Really?
It really is, by 100 degrees.
Orders of magnitude worse than Watergate. You know about Watergate in the history books. This blows Watergate out of the water.
Stunning, truly worse than Watergate. Sadly, the American public does not seem to care very much about this, as very few people have actually been watching the hearings. If only they understood, this is the single most important event in the history of our nation. We are witnessing Pearl Harbor, 9/11, Watergate, the JFK assassination, the Lincoln assassination, Charlottesville, and the time that I couldn't find my wallet, all combined into one superstorm of scary, Trumpian, ultra MAGA, nightmarish, apocalyptic, democracy-killing mayhem, to say the least. In other news, the Vice President Kamala Harris had more inspiring words for the public. She is truly the voice of a generation, inspiring the nation to always strive for greatness.
What did you think when you watched that hearing?
I will tell you, Joy, I experienced great joy when I watched this brilliant, phenomenal Black woman, jurist, be so smart and just cut through the political gamesmanship that they were attempting to incite. And she just was composed. And as far as I'm concerned, was taking a whole lot of people to school. And I watched that with incredible joy, because it was just brilliance being displayed for the entire country to see. And I cannot wait to see. That will only be matched by the joy that I experience when I see her take the oath to be the next justice on the United States Supreme Court.
Wow. One thing is for sure, black is beautiful. My name is Swamp Johnson, and this has been Swamp News. All right. Don't worry. We'll get to more Roe v. Wade, of course. That's going to be the main thing we're talking about. I couldn't put it all into Swamp News. Let's see what we got here. These poor people just so upset that the states now get to decide what they want their abortion laws to be. It ain't right, I tell you. It ain't right. So, without further ado, we are off to the Roe v. Wade salt mines.
There's no point in saying good morning, because it certainly is not one. This morning, the radical Supreme Court is eviscerating Americans' rights and endangering their health and safety. But the Congress will continue to act to overcome this extremism and protect the American people. Today, the Republican-controlled Supreme Court has achieved their dark, extreme goal of ripping away a woman's right to make their own reproductive health decisions. Because of Donald Trump, Mitch McConnell, and the Republican Party, their supermajority in the Supreme Court, American women today have less freedom than their mothers. With Roe and their attempt to destroy it, radical Republicans are charging ahead with their crusade to criminalize health freedom. In the Congress, be aware of this, the Republicans are plotting a nationwide abortion ban. They cannot be allowed to have a majority in the Congress to do that. But that's their goal. And if you read, and again, we're studying
All right. Welcome, one and all, to the Roe v. Wade salt mines. Man, look at this dude here. He looks like he's having a good time. Let's see what he's saying. Oh, where is the audio for that? I'm sure there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming out. All right, let's see what this guy's going on about.
Themselves to this game. These activists and are legal and put them in like 15 different jails all over town. I spent 3 days doing jail support.
This is live, by the way.
Fuck they were. That ain't right. That ain't right. Now, we spent a lot of energy lately talking about the Republicans in the Supreme Court, and basically one of the major capitalist parties in the United States of America has gone fascist. You notice that? Yeah. That happened.
They've gone fascist.
Oh, it can't happen here. It's fucking happening. It fucking happened, okay? But that doesn't mean we give a free pass to the Weimar Democrats. They are deeply
How is
complicit
shrinking the federal government fascism?
Process.
What does that mean?
Deeply complicit. Not only complicit, not just surrendering. There's a cynicism about it. I've been hanging out in Capitol Hill around here, and I pretend like I'm one of them, and I've had conversations.
Oh, yeah, undercover,
with
man.
Democrats. They're looking for, they like this decision. Some of them like this decision. Why do they like it? Because they think they'll ride it to the fucking midterm victory. I got news for them. A, they're not gonna. B, it's not gonna be our goddamn fault because I was blame us. You didn't vote for us. It's your fucking fault. It's your goddamn fault. You didn't fight for the people.
This guy's a classic leftist activist, man. The scrawny older white guy. He's like Bernie Sanders from 40 years ago.
Where the fuck have they been all these years? Well, I was out here earlier today. And congressional Democrats
All right, soy boy, that's enough. That's enough out of you, I think. I think that you can be quiet now. There we go. Let's keep it on that one. All right. So to start, to begin our salt mining, because eventually I just had a ball today going through TikTok, because that's where the real crazies are who are upset about this Roe v. Wade thing. But first, let's go and check out a brilliant man. A man who really, he knows his stuff, man. And of course, I'm talking about Beto O'Rourke.
The Supreme Court has overruled Roe versus Wade. This is devastating to women across this country, but nowhere more so than in the state of Texas, whose trigger law will go into effect 30 days from today, meaning that abortion will be illegal in the state of Texas with no exception for rape or incest. Now, we have to focus on the way in which we are going to overcome this and ensure that every Texas
Man, tell me about it, Beto.
can make
See what
her
you
own
got.
decisions about her own body, her own health care, and her own future. The only way to do this is to win political power. We must win on the night of November 8th. I need you
so
right now.
we have to vote
in
for
this
you,
race
and then we'll
with
be
us.
saved. Gotcha.
We've got to make sure that we reach every single voter across the state of Texas and ensure that they understand what's on the line. It's a woman's right to choose, and it's the very lives of Texas women, a state that leads much of the developed world in the rate of maternal mortality, 3 times as deadly for black women in the state of Texas. We have got to win, and we need you with us, and we need you now.
Yeah, for sure. Beto, my man. Women will literally die if you don't just, come on, bro, vote for me. Don't make me come out there and do another kickflip on stage. When is Beto going to finally just hang it up, man? How many times do you have to try? Even your own party thinks you're a loser. Come on. He's got to get out of here, dude. All right. I'm telling you, you guys are not ready for some of these hot takes from TikTok, man. This is where the real salt mining is on TikTok, dude. I know in this freeze frame, this guy kind of looks like me, but I promise it's not me.
Ladies, today you are going to be angry. You are going to be filled with rage. You're going to want the entire world to burn down, and I'm here to tell you, good.
Oh, well, at least this guy, look at that face. At least he's giving women permission to be upset.
Good. Do not apologize for how you feel. Do not apologize for how you speak. They have taken away your right to be a human being, so you have permission to take away their right to have a voice. They are soulless. They are less than human. They have no right to speak. They have no opinion in the matter. Do whatever you have to do to make yourself feel better. And when you're done, pick yourself up, and we are going to do this together.
You know, how can you not ever just stop and think, maybe I'm not on the right side of this, when you're calling the people who say that they want to try to protect as many babies as possible, they're the inhuman ones. Oh, you think abortion is killing a baby and you don't want babies to die? Well, that's just straight up demonic, man. That's as demonic as you can get. Jeez.
You're going to fix this. No matter what it takes, no matter who gets in the way, they are not going to get away with this. It's not going to happen.
She's not going to sleep with you, dude. Get over it.
They're mad that their dying religious world is slowly decaying, and it's not going to exist forever.
It's funny. This is one thing that I noticed today while on these the TikTok videos of Roe v. Wade, is they all keep talking about how this has something to do with religion. They're more stuck. They're more hung up on Christianity than Christians are, man. Because this doesn't have to do with religion. It has to do with Roe v. Wade, and that it was bad law. It just was not. It was a terrible precedent. That's what it's about. It was unconstitutional. But they have to make it about Christians for some reason.
And they're so afraid of death, they're willing to sacrifice your life to preserve their idea of immortality.
What in the hell does that mean, dude? Apparently, overturning Roe v. Wade is preserving our right to immortality? Hang on.
Afraid of death, they're willing to sacrifice your life to preserve their idea of immortality.
What does that mean? What does that even mean? Let's try this again.
And it's not going to exist forever. And they're so afraid of death, they're willing to sacrifice your life to preserve their idea of immortality.
Well, but what does that have to do with heaven? I don't even understand. What's the point he's trying to make here? I don't know.
Over my dead body.
That can be arranged.
Well, friends, I was all ready to post a video about Princess Beatrice's bitchin' look from last night. But then the US decided to turn the clock back 50 years on women's rights. So...
No way. I wonder if she came up with that by herself. Turn the clock back 50 years? I bet you no one else is going to say that in any of these videos.
We're going to talk about that instead. I am not interested in debating abortion. I'm going to delete any comment that seeks to do so.
Oh, well, so at least you're open-minded and you're willing to, try to hear the other side and see if we can find some common ground. No, not at all.
Decided to turn the clock back 50 years on women's rights. So we're going to talk about that instead. I am not interested in debating abortion. I'm going to delete any comment that seeks to do so. Abortion is healthcare. More so, I'm going to try and give you an idea of why we are so mad about this. I know I have a lot of non-US followers. I hope this provides you with some context. The Supreme Court basically made abortion an issue to be decided by the states today.
Why did you put air quotes around by the states? Isn't that what they literally did? Air quotes around basically it is by the states. No, yeah, it doesn't matter how you say it or if you put air quotes around it. That is factual, yes. What is she implying?
They're no longer federally protecting the right to an abortion. The problem with that is you have people...
Of course, we're already on Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is just... Well, let me put it in a way that the liberal Democrats will understand. She's like Voldemort to these people. Get it? You like that Harry Potter reference? Yeah. It seems to be the only thing they can use to describe things. She is Voldemort.
Like this woman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who are just giddy in the wake of this announcement because they know that tangibly this will prohibit access to many, many women in America. Noted beer lover and Justice Brett Kavanaugh said...
Dude, how do I get my name to... my introduction to my name be noted beer lover? Noted beer lover, Swamp Johnson, went live on his show tonight, making fun of all who were upset of Roe v. Wade. Noted beer lover, Swamp Johnson.
Said that the right to an abortion is not... I'm so mad. He said that the right to an abortion is not enshrined in the history or tradition of America, which is just bullshit.
Or it's just true. They never refute any of the things that people say. They just go, yeah, well, that's stupid, doo-doo head. Ah, yes. Classic argument. Write that down.
Not only has it been part of American history, but it is part of world history. Women have been providing and obtaining abortions for millennia.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, abortions have been around probably as long as pregnancy has been around. But there's nothing in the Constitution that has anything to do with a right to an abortion. Abortion is not a right. That's what really this comes down to. So many of the points they make, not just on abortion, but on other things. We got to go back to basics here, guys. What is a right? I want to get a definition from them. I mean, Matt Walsh was right. Getting back to, if we can't define basic words, there's no point in continuing the conversation. What is a woman? Because suddenly now they're all saying, apparently we know what a woman is again, because they're all saying this is violating women's rights. I mean, okay, what is a woman and what is a right? Because we don't agree on those things, apparently. An abortion is not a right.
It will continue to do so. It will just get less safe. And lest you think that the court is going to stop at Roe v. Wade, they're not. Clarence Thomas, in a concurring opinion, made it very clear that they are coming for contraceptives, they are coming for same-sex relationships, and same-sex marriage next.
I'm not sure that that's exactly what they said, but yeah, he did say that there's other things that we need to re-examine, because if they're bad law, they're bad law. I mean, that's literally what the Supreme Court is supposed to do. They're supposed to look at things and say, hey, does the Constitution say this is legit? I mean,
directly citing the cases that enshrined those rights for Americans and saying that they should be reconsidered. Now, let's make one.
They just don't understand how the legal system works or what it means, because it's like, yeah, reconsidered. That means we need to go back to those rulings. What would that do? Exactly what it did with Roe v. Wade. It says we're taking the federal government out of this. We're taking the federal government out. You now decide it. Because there's nothing in the Constitution that specifically addresses this. So, I mean, that's freedom. That's democracy. I think really what they're afraid of is that their opinions are not as popular as they think, and a lot of laws will be made that they don't like because of this. That's really what it is, right? They just know that they're losers and no one agrees with them. Otherwise, you'd be all for it.
Extra point very clear. The only reason that we did not also reference Loving v. Virginia, which enshrined the right to an interracial marriage, is because human toilet brush and Supreme Court Justice somehow Clarence Thomas has a white wife. Like, I'm not even going to try and sugarcoat it for you. Clarence Thomas has been tokenized.
Or maybe it's because that's good law. Because they only view things emotionally and through what they want and don't want, they just assume that that's what the other side does when it must be because they're somehow emotionally invested in this. No, not everybody looks at it as, will I get a win out of this? You know, like it's not always about you and your damn feelings. All right.
I mean, he's awful as well, but he's been tokenized by the GOP in order to make their opinions, which are the minority opinion in America.
If that was true, you would not care about Roe v. Wade being overturned. If the opinion is in the minority, that means that abortion is going to be opened up in a way it never has across the whole country. I mean, what are you talking about?
Seem more widely accepted. Also remember that 3 of the 5 Supreme Court justices who were the majority opinion on overturning Roe v. Wade were appointed by a twice impeached President Donald Trump, who did not receive the majority of the popular vote.
Literally doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. That's how a representative democracy works. That's how a republic works. Damn, lady, read a book. And maybe spend some time on a treadmill while you're reading it.
America. The reality is that the majority of Americans, I think it's something like 70%, support a woman's right to choose. And that is why we are so angry. Obviously, the work does not stop here. There is a link in my bio to a place where you can access abortion funds for every single state, and it also gives you language on how to share those across the internet. But don't forget that we have to take care of each other now, because it's very clear that
God, this is just so stupid. And I love how they love to point to things like this where they say, oh, like 70% of people agree, on a woman's right to choose. Yeah. What that means when you actually dig into it, most of the time you look at it, they also agree that there should be a cutoff. That's pretty much the mainstream opinion across the board, but people think they don't agree. There's the extremists who say you should be able to abort a child 2 weeks after it's born. But I think most people go, well, yeah, the reasonable common ground here would be there's a certain amount of time at the beginning of the pregnancy that you could get an abortion. Most people think that there's a line somewhere that can be drawn. But the way they frame it is that means that you're pro-choice. Therefore, you support abortion up to 2 weeks after the birth. Get out of here.
This country is no longer interested in doing that for us.
I know that pro-lifers
Oh, man. This is not a very flattering angle for you, lady. God, she looks like a... what is that? She looks like... what's that horror movie that... it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. Maybe if we watch the video, I'll think of what it is.
I know that pro-lifers have 0 brain cells, and I'm gonna show you. Let's talk about it right now, okay? Pro-lifers act as if forcing a woman to carry a pregnancy to term guarantees life. They go, we're saving the baby's life. A pregnancy is not equal to life. All a full-term healthy pregnancy guarantees, and not even every time, is that childbirth will happen, but it doesn't mean that the mother will not dispose of the child after birth. Do you understand that?
What?
Abortion, however, guarantees...
Wait, is she arguing for murdering a child? What? Surely not. Let's try that again.
Pregnancy guarantees, and not even every time, is that childbirth will happen, but it doesn't mean that the mother will not dispose of the child after birth. Do you understand that? Do you?
What?
Abortion, however, guarantees that a baby will not be harmed. Let's roll that back one more time for the fans. All right? Abortion guarantees that a baby will not be harmed. Comment below.
What in the... Sam Hill? What in tarnation did I just listen to? What? Dude, what in the actual hell was that? Hey, if she wants to get an abortion, you better let her do it, because if she doesn't get an abortion, she will literally murder the child after it's born. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, thanks, brother. By the way, if you can, please super chat or donate and check out the merch, all that stuff. Help keep the channel going. Help keep us laughing at and apprised to the crazy shit. This woman just said that you should be able to abort a baby because otherwise mothers would just start killing their babies, I guess. What? What is that? Well, apparently the horror movie I'm thinking of has to do with a serial killer, because damn, lady. I mean, that's some crazy shit. Oh, right. The movie I was thinking of wasn't a movie. It was a documentary about Ted Bundy. Okay, got it.
Comment below what country you're moving to. Maybe Canada. Comment suggestions.
Oh, is that where we're at? In the timeline of everything? You know, every time something happens, are we at the part already where they say that I'm moving out of Canada? Sorry, I was reading the chat. No, I'm moving to Canada. I'm moving out of the United States. Yeah. That's what it always is. Remember Trump, right? I'm literally moving to Canada if Trump gets elected.
Comment below what country you're moving to. Maybe Canada. Comment suggestions.
They always say that and they never do it. And I want them to move. I agree. Move. Leave. Immediately. Here's the thing I've been thinking about recently. And it's just kind of a rewording of all this stuff, but it's like, when did we start actually giving a shit about comparing ourselves? Oh, hey, thanks, Fish. Appreciate it, brother. Comparing ourselves to other countries, like European countries. Listen, the whole point of the United States is that it's different than all the other countries on the planet. And if you're not down with that, well, you can just screw right off to one of those countries. There's literally everywhere else. You could just go anywhere. Let us have the one place that's different, okay? Oh, man. Bog Johnson coming in with the big bucks. Just upped the ante. Let's see if anyone can beat that. Bog, when are we going to get on playing the second half of Little Hope? There you go. Look at those coins.
So let me get this right. I can go to the birth and burial place of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and get a free abortion as a part of Israel's healthcare. But here in America, I cannot because Jesus, right? Evangelicals have ruined Jesus and Christianity.
That's literally not... like, this is the reason why Matt Walsh said that in his documentary, What is a Woman? Why he didn't ever bring up the religious argument to all this stuff is because this is what they do. If you bring up religion in any way, this is all they do. And they act like, oh, we got you because you're stupid religious people. And it's like, no. First of all, that was not even a factor in the decision. Yeah, right. There's everyday people who are religious who have that as a reason. But that has nothing to do with overturning Roe v. Wade. And like I said, if you like other countries more than the United States, fuck off there. Go. America is the one place that's different. Stop comparing us to other countries. Yes, we are not like any other country on the planet. You're damn right. That's the point. If you don't like that, you can get out. It's that easy, man. It's really not hard.
Since we're no longer equal to men, we're no longer cooking, we're no longer working, we're no longer cleaning, we're no longer doing shit because we don't have no rights. Also, we're more than baby makers, and we're gonna be done. We're gonna abstain.
Dude, what the hell? Who really?
Since we're no,
is anyone buying that this woman here has been consistently cooking dinners for her husband and her children and doing their laundry and being a housewife? Because that's what she's implying, right? Does she think that she's going to be forced to do that now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned? I don't really understand it. But just given her appearance, I'm going to say that has never been an issue for her.
no longer equal to men. We're no longer cooking.
And you know what's frustrating? If she didn't have all those piercings all over her face, and that is not a very good neck tattoo. I have a lot of tattoos. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of tattoos on women, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. But she actually would be kind of attractive if you could remove the fact that she's trying to look like, you know, a hardcore guy, you know, from the hardcore scene. She's dressed up like a scene guy from the 2010s. Probably wearing gym shorts that have X's on the legs, you know, straight edge for life. She's going to the Screamo shows. That's what I'm saying.
No longer working. We're no longer cleaning. We're no longer doing shit because we don't have no rights.
No rights. Like I said, do you really believe just by looking at her that she's dutifully tending to a husband and 2 kids while making dinner and all that stuff?
Also, we're more than baby makers, and we're gonna be done. We're gonna abstain.
Yes, thank
If you're
you.
a woman and you're not on this app today upset about the fact that we just lost our rights, and you're with the men and the women celebrating, you are just as much of the problem. You guys are the sheep out there, because let me tell you what, Roe versus Wade covers just more than abortions. Roe versus Wade also covers the right for privacy for anything. So basically, we just lost our right to privacy, and nobody else out here is freaking out about that. Besides the women and the men that think this is all just about abortion. It's bigger than that. It's about our contraceptives. It's about...
This was, oh my God. Roe v. Wade isn't where you get your right to medical privacy, woman. That was just a part of the ruling. What are these people talking? Do they really think that you don't have a right to privacy now? Do they really think that you no longer have a right to privacy because Roe v. Wade was overturned? Come on.
Interracial marriage. It's about same sex. If you're going to sit here and celebrate the loss of human rights, you are a true American, I guess, because most of us are fucking tired of this shit.
What does that even mean? But again, why do you keep saying that word? I don't think it means what you think it means. You keep saying rights, human rights. What is a right? I would like one of these people to define it. Because abortion is not a right by any measure. Never has been. I mean, come on. Get out of here. Let's see if we've got some, the 2 of the streams ended, it looks like. Look at these brilliant people out here protesting. End medical racism. Oh, there it is again. Abortion rights, human rights.
First, it's our right to choose what we can do with our bodies and what women can do with their bodies. And then
And she's got a sign that says you can't ban abortion, only safe abortion. All right, great. Now do guns. Whatever. It's just so silly.
Fuck the Supreme Court.
Oh
and
my God,
fuck
look at
the
this guy.
Constitution. That shit was
Oh,
written
wow.
in 1788. Slavery wasn't illegal until 1865. Obviously, there is something wrong with that document. Time has changed and time has passed. I can order food from an Italian Mexican fusion restaurant on my phone, the same device that I use to look at fat yibbies on Reddit with. Maybe, just maybe, we need a little fucking update. Also, a message to the Supreme Court, just in case any of y'all have TikTok, y'all done pissed off white women. A shitstorm is a brewing, so you better buckle up, cause you done fucked up bad.
What in the hell, dude? I TikTok has just been an amazing source for me to every time I think that, well, that's it. I have found the dumbest person that I'm ever going to see in my life. This is an important moment. I got to write this down. I just met the dumbest person on the planet. This is the dumbest person I'm ever going to meet. And then 2 minutes later, you come across a video like this, and you're like, well, damn. Okay. I was wrong. The bar keeps getting set lower.
Fuck the Supreme Court and fuck
This
the
guy.
Constitution. That shit was written in 1788. Slavery wasn't illegal until 1865. Obviously, there is something wrong with that document. Time has changed and time has passed. I can order food from an Italian Mexican fusion restaurant on my phone, the same device that I use to look at fat yibbies on Reddit with. Maybe, just maybe, we need a little fucking update. Also, a message to the Supreme Court, just in case any of y'all have TikTok, y'all done pissed off white women. A shitstorm is a brewing, so you better buckle up, cause you done fucked up.
And what is it with these people about not understanding, like, flattering camera angles? You are absolutely psychotic if this is how you're filming yourself talk about something. You know, it's like so people using video chat. I've seen people talking on video chats. And they're like holding it underneath their chin while looking at the other person holding it underneath their chin. And you're like, dude, what is the point of this? Why are you doing this? You look disgusting. Stop.
Bad, dude.
For the love of black people, please stop scrolling. Make sure you like, share, and comment. Don't forget to follow.
People.
As you guys
I got you,
know,
brother.
Roe v. Wade was just overturned. Now, this is not surprising to me, and it shouldn't be to you because we have a extremely conservative government that has been in a position of power.
I'm sorry, brother. What? We have an extremely conservative government? Brother, what? Nah, fam, I did not hear you say that.
Was just overturned. Now, this is not surprising to me, and it shouldn't be to you because we have a extremely conservative government.
Damn, he did say that. He did say we have an extremely conservative government. Wow. Okay.
That has been in a position of power for far too long. Even with us having a democratic government, this is happening. So this should speak to you and you should wonder, how could something like this happen? Just like the 1965 Voting Rights Act being overturned. How can these things be happening and we're supposed to be progressing and moving forward as a country? For all you Christian conservatives out here trying to justify your decision or your standpoint.
What about the non-Christian conservatives? This always just irritates me because I'm now convinced that whatever bullshit is about to fall out of your face is utter nonsense. I don't need to listen to it because that's where you're going with this. Okay, yeah, please. It's a hatred for Christianity and it's a hatred for God that they just can't get past, and so it just justifies anything and everything they say.
Based upon your Christianity, I want you to know, especially the white evangelicals, that most of your pastors have paid for abortions.
Who in the hell? Where are the white evangelicals in power? What year is it, dude? Did we fall into a time machine and go back to 1980? Jeez. I mean, did evangelicals even really have power? Like in the 90s, I guess, too? Dude, who is he talking about? Who is he talking about?
Was for somebody in their congregation that they got pregnant, or one of their ministers or deacons got somebody pregnant. And so don't get it twisted. People are still going to have abortions.
Dude, this guy, man. They have no... You see what I mean? If you don't use religion as part of this argument, because it's not religion. It is actually just... It is science-based. Yeah, you have your personal beliefs, of course. But the abortion argument, it is science-based. They try to act like we don't really know. And, well, science has proven that blah, 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 that it's not. Okay, listen, every single piece of scientific evidence shows us that it's a human being. I mean, right? Isn't that basic common sense? But it's also that the more you get into the science of it, the less reasonable abortion becomes unless there is a life-threatening situation. I mean, it's just bizarre. Once you remove their ability to make this seem like a Christian thing, they don't have any arguments. Their arguments just boil down to, well, I want to, so, bleh. No, good for you. Fantastic. So, we're not going to do that. Murder is illegal. I'm not sure what else to tell you. That's a good freeze frame, though. He looks like he just pooed his pants. Poor guy.
Conservatives in America will...
Accent check. Your opinion is invalid. Invalid. Stop talking. All right, continue.
Forced birth in a country with the highest mortality rate, no paid maternity leave, zero subsidized childcare, no continued birth parent care, and an unstable, underfunded, and basically non-existent mental health care system, and then turn around and say they're pro-life.
Right, okay. Sorry, my mouse died. I had to plug it in. That was that. Better? You know how they try to say, no uterus, no opinion. Listen. No American accent. No opinion on American shit, all right? You go back and, I don't know, kiss the Queen's ring or something, all right? Get the hell out of here.
No man better try me today at work. I already fucking lost my rights this morning. I have nothing else to lose. I'll go to jail.
So...
Oh, yeah, that's not a crazy person. Did she say she lost all of her rights? Like she lost her rights?
No man better try me today at work. I already fucking lost my rights this morning.
Yeah, she lost her rights. She can't vote? I mean, she can't even leave the house. What is this, Saudi Arabia? Oh, no, wait, is that racist to say? I don't know. Oh, is this live stream over? There we go. Let's see what they're saying.
United will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Emmanuel, we are at the party for socialism and liberation. We want to liberate all of us from...
Did you say the party of socialism and liberation? What? Oh, it sounds like they're wrapping up. They gotta clear the way for the violence that's about to come. Man. What a bunch of dorks, man. Bunch of losers. Oh, get the hell out of here with that.
I need true friends in the world, not people that just use me. I need
Okay,
people who, when there's an emergency, will come rescue me from New York City and or Washington, D.C. or whatever city I'm...
Okay, lady. All right, whatever. On to some more crazy shit.
So today I was planning to make some cosplay content, but I don't think I have the spoons for that today.
Don't have the
This
what?
morning I wake up to the
spuns?
news that Roe v. Wade has been overturned.
Bum, bum, bum.
To the 53% of palm-colored uterus owners that voted for orange.
Oh, I've never heard that one before. I actually didn't watch this, but most of them I try not to watch the whole thing when I find it and I download it because I want to watch it live. This woman, I saw like the first 3 seconds of the video and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. But what? I've never heard that before. Oh.
But I don't think I have the spoons for that today. This morning, I wake up to the news
ready?
that Roe v. Wade has been overturned.
Here we go.
To the 53% of palm-colored uterus owners that voted for orange, congratulations. I hope you got picked, and I hope it was worth it, because y'all have a long history of deep-throating patriarchy and white supremacy.
Damn, lady. Oh, I missed it. Did you see it? It's literally The Handmaid's Tale, guys. Oh, man. Can you believe it? It's The Handmaid's Tale out here. It's literally The Handmaid's Tale. Who could have seen that coming? Look at all the people standing around her taking pictures, too. Oh my gosh. It's literally The Handmaid's Tale, you guys. This is not fiction. That's what the sign says. Damn. How did she come up with that? How about this? If you ever cosplayed as The Handmaid's Tale, you have forfeited your right to ever vote in a U.S. election ever again. You're too stupid for your own good. All right? Get out of here. Dude, it's literally The Handmaid's Tale. God, I'm shaking right now. This is literally The Handmaid's Tale. You guys know that? The Handmaid's Tale? It was a show. It was a show, and this is literally what it was. I'm not even aware that it was a book. But this is literally it. And I'm literally shaking.
To you forced birth extremist and rapist rights activists, because you don't deserve to be called pro-life. Fuck you. I wish you nothing but the worst kind of misfortune. I wish you a life of misery, because y'all were so hell-bent on bringing misery to other people.
Wow.
Y'all wanted to bring misery and infringe upon the rights of others because of your hubris, that you think that because of your religion, you had the right to dictate what other people.
Didn't I tell you? It's always religion with these people. It's always religion. Their hatred for specifically Christian people and Christian values is just, it's off the charts. It doesn't even matter what it is. To them, that means immediately that whatever you have to bring to the table is invalid.
Do with their bodies, all while ignoring the fact that children are going to be victims of this as well.
Oh, really?
Because of SA and pedophiles. A lot of the pedophiles that are in y'all religion. Why do you think states like Tennessee are trying to lower...
Did you guys know that all pedophiles have deep Christian faiths? That's something new that I learned today.
The age requirement for marriage. You don't give a damn about children. Because if you did, where were y'all with the Uvalde shooting?
Man, she just had a she had a stroke right there.
Where were y'all with the Uvalde shooting or Sandy Hook?
Yeah, I didn't see any people who were at the church service nearby running in there with their Bibles. Ha! Checkmate, Christians.
Where are y'all when there are thousands of children in the foster care system?
What is she talking about? Does she not know that the number one most charitable organization in the world is Christianity as a whole? God, read a book.
What about the children that were SA and were forced to carry their pregnancy to term and died giving birth? Because I heard nothing but crickets from y'all.
Well, then you're an idiot. I hope that clears that up for you.
You people are the worst kind of hypocrites I have ever come across.
What did you do, lady? Did you, I didn't see you running into, Robb Elementary School in Uvalde. I mean, you brought that up. Man, the Christians, when that guy was shooting kids, man, they did nothing. What? What kind of statement is that? What did you do, lady? Did you throw your extra Big Mac at the shooter while he was murdering children? What the hell are you talking about?
Y'all claim to care about children, but what you truly care about is control.
Ah, yes. This is one thing that they bring up all the time. It's like this is about you exerting power. What? Could you give me an example of that? You want to force women to have children. No, I don't. No, I don't. I mean, it's up to the woman to have. You could just not have sex. Or I can't remember if I saved it onto here. There was one video of this one person saying that, like, well, this is it. I'm no longer gonna have sex without, using contraceptives. I'm no longer gonna have sex, unless I'm using a condom or, getting the morning after pill. What? No shit. You're telling me that you haven't been doing that this whole time? What's wrong with you?
And it's funny how y'all love using the Bible and using religion to justify your stance. When, if you actually read the fucking Bible, you would know that in Genesis it says life begins at first breath, not at conception.
Oh, damn, she got you guys.
Have the day and the lives you fucking deserve.
Wow. I mean, literally while sitting here and complaining that Christians have no compassion, she is just spewing the most vitriolic hatred I've ever heard. You guys are such bad people that I hope someone comes and skins you alive. Oh, okay. Well, that's reasonable. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Listen, I know this is probably going to reach the people who already agree with me, but this debate has never been about caring about babies. It is about exerting power. It is 1000%.
Bro, you are too old to be wearing whatever it is you're wearing and doing whatever it is you're doing to your hair. Dude, this guy, he looks like so many people that when I went to college, God, he probably has a fixie bike, He's super out of shape, but he complains about, how the fast food system and capitalism is literally killing us and ruining our health, guys. All right, shut up. Yes, we know. Go, lock up your fixie bike and crack open another PBR, you douchebag.
About saying this is what I choose and I'm going to force everyone to agree with me because I have the power to do so. If it was about life and baby.
How? Where? When? How?
We wouldn't have assault rifles and guns. If it was about life and babies, the pharmaceutical world wouldn't be able to upcharge over 1,000% for life-saving drugs. If it was about babies, we would have universal health care. If it was about babies, preschool wouldn't cost more than college. If it was about babies, education would be revered over the military. If it was about babies, we would be protecting each other and not arguing over such petty things in life. I think we all just need to move to these rural areas that are making abortion illegal and start voting there.
Why? This is what I don't understand. In the liberal shithole that you live in, it's still legal. Why do you care what somebody in rural America does. In the same breath, he said this was about forcing our opinions onto other people, and then said that he now wants to move to some rural place and force them to change their laws to be what he wants them to be. A little self-awareness goes a long way, brother.
Now hold on, I don't be on here ranting like that, but when I'm in the mood, y'all know I'm gonna say what I got to say. So if you didn't know, Roe v. Wade just got overturned by the Supreme Court. But I have one essential question. Whose agenda does it serve for abortions to be safe, abortions to be illegal? Who? Because it's clearly not the women who are having children, and it's clearly not the men who are making them. So who is benefiting from this particular legislation? Y'all figure that out. But in the meantime,
I'm trying to figure it out. What is the point she's trying to make? Is there a point? Because I know you don't be using good English in your TikTok videos, but you do be ranting about whatever the hell this is. I don't know.
In the meantime, to my ladies, this is not a time to not be using contraception. Period. And I ain't talking about no weak methods either. And if you know, you know. Like, that's... Get some heavy duty, or just really just... Don't give up no booty. None.
I love how their... I love how their reaction to this and the way that they're going to stick it to the conservatives, the conservative Christian right, is go, well, you know what? I'm just going to do everything you've been telling me to do for the last 50 years. Sure got him on that one. You're going to overturn Roe v. Wade, which doesn't affect me at all? Well, guess what? I'm going to start using condoms. Yeah, that's... Yes, literally yes. That's absolutely. Wow, you finally get it. What?
Okay, I know it is a really, really, really dark day, so I want to first just say I am sending hugs to everybody. We are all really...
Oh, thanks, lady. It is a dark day. Do you know how many stupid people I've had to sit and listen to on TikTok today? I could use that hug right now. And a beer.
Really upset. Please remember to take care of yourself today. This is a very bad day, in a very bad week, in a bad year. It's been really rough. I just want to say one thing to those of you who are ready to pack it in and give up. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to agonize. This is the time to organize. We have an election coming up in November, and if we can win, we can codify Roe into law. We can unroll a lot of the damage that's been done, and we can start to build the country that we want. There is no other option. We can't all move to Canada. So today...
No, you can. You can. I would actually advise that you please do so. That would be great. They won't allow you to have guns, and I don't know what their abortion laws are, but you seem to like it better. So that's a win-win.
Channel your rage and your grief into registering your friends to vote. If you're not registered, get registered. Take some time for self-care, and then we're going to fight, okay?
Take some time for self-care in these trying times.
Very quick and very angry and very sad at the same time. TikTok, Roe v. Wade was overturned. I've been hearing since the late 90s from so-called liberal Republicans that they vote Republican because of fiscal reasons. And they didn't worry about Roe v. Wade because that was safe. That was already a decision.
That's what I thought too. I mean, I thought for sure there was no way that they were going to ever overturn that, but hell, here we are. Man, it's like this woman is using an Elephant Man filter or something.
Well, guess what, motherfuckers? You're wrong. I live in California. California will be a sanctuary state. My daughters will be safe here in California. But what about all the other daughters in all the other states that abortion is going to suddenly become illegal? What about them? And what pisses me off the most is that these
It's okay, take your time. I know it's been a dark day. I can forgive you. I know. It's very emotional.
Oh my God, I'm so angry I can't even think of the words. The rich, so-called pro-lifers, their kids, their daughters, their mistresses, and even their wives, if they don't want to be pregnant, they will always have safe access to abortion.
They're not the ones getting abortions. They just make up these caricatures in their head, and they're like, this literally represents everybody that I disagree with.
So don't be thinking that, oh yes, like, they're on our side and they believe the same as we do. No, they don't. They will always get their mistress an abortion. And that mistress will have safe access. While some low-income girl who was sexually assaulted doesn't. This is bullshit.
Oh, man. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. These people are a crack up, man. Oh, let's see what's going on here at the oh, look, see, they got the Antifa people are out now with their umbrellas and their black masks. You know it's going to get spicy tonight, man. People are going to go nuts. How about you just, like, take responsibility for your actions? I mean, that's my revolutionary opinion, man. Or if you want, you can be like that one woman and just say that, like, hey, my grand finger to you is I'm now going to practice safe sex. Oh. You could have done that the whole time. Sure, okay.
Attention, North Carolina. I've just been informed that the highest court in the land has overturned our right to choose. We will march. We will rally today at 5:30 p.m. at Bicentennial.
Son of a bitch. Liberal, college-educated white women are a blight on the nation. Look at this insufferable bitch a Rooney Dooney.
Plaza in downtown Raleigh. 5:30 Bicentennial Plaza. That's the space between the North Carolina Legislative Building and the State Capitol Building. Be there. I will. Bring your friends. We will not stand for this. We demand the right to choose.
We will not stand for the federal government to scale itself back, and we demand federal overreach because they're the fascists. Federal overreach is democracy in action, actually.
They overturned Roe. The dissent said with sorrow for this court, but for more, for the many millions of American women who have today lost a fundamental constitutional protection.
No, it was never a constitutional protection. Never was. That's literally what we're talking about. That's what's going on. Welcome to the discussion. Oh,
Shout out to the United
more.
States. Can't wait to celebrate 4th of July next weekend with our freedom. I'm thinking fireworks and no more reproductive rights. Does that work for you?
Yeah, wow. Who says women can't be funny? Come on, that was hilarious. The caption for this video when she posted it up is, "I'm using comedy to cope." So this is it. This is comedy. You ready?
Shout out to the United States. Can't wait to celebrate 4th of July next weekend with our freedom. I'm thinking fireworks and no more reproductive rights. Does that work for you?
Another thing that I'm super pissed about when it comes to overturning Roe v. Wade is the fact that the entire basis within the Christian community about Roe v. Wade being turned over is that it's not Christian. Oh, this is a win. Praise God for all the unborn babies. Here's my thing. I am a Christian. Remember, the entire point of our religion is free will. That's the biggest gift that God...
I can tell we are about to get some real biblical knowledge. We're about to be educated on some scripture right now. I bet that whatever she's about to say will be spot on.
God ever gave us was free will. And the reason he gave us that free will is so that we can have the choice to choose to be a Christian or to not. Right? That's the crux, other than like him getting on a cross and dying for all of our sins, right? That's the crux of it, is that I get to choose whether I do this or not. Why then? And all of these Christians are screaming, "I'm being persecuted, I'm being taken away, all of my rights are being taken away." You literally just took away the biggest thing that God ever gave humanity. You took away their choice. You took away, this has nothing to do with if I believe, because I'm a pro-choice Christian, right? Because
this just in. Biggest gift ever given to the world by God. The right to abort your baby. Extra. Read all about it.
I truly believe that we as human beings, especially as fucking women, deserve the choice. We deserve the choice. And every Christian in our nation.
She couldn't even think of a second way to say that, huh?
Including politicians said, no, you don't. And why does that not bother anyone? Why is no one mad? I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
I think you're mad enough for everyone, actually. Man, look at that freeze frame. That perfectly encapsulates this.
I'm so upset.
I noticed that.
Ignore
yes.
my eye. I have a sty. Not Roe v. Wade really being overturned. Anyone who wanted this, stop and pay attention. I hope you're ready to lose the rest of your rights. What, you thought they were gonna stop there? This is just the tip of the iceberg. They're gonna take every single right that we have left.
What, the rights that we have left? Did you know they've taken so many rights away that we're now at the point where we just gotta preserve the ones we have left, man. If you are no longer able to execute your unborn child in this country, what rights do we have left? I mean, it is absurd, honestly. The founding fathers intended us to be able to kill as many children as we wanted whenever we wanted. The fact that the conservative Christian right doesn't understand that, I guess we know who the real patriots are, right? Right?
To say that we're devastated is a fucking understatement. We knew it was coming, but holy shit.
Oh, I know.
I can't talk. I've tried to say this about 8 times now. Amazon still has $9.99 emergency contraceptives. Please go and stock up on them now.
Stock up on pregnancy tests. Start testing every 4 weeks so that if you do get pregnant, you know immediately. Abortion is no longer a constitutional right. You need to find out.
They keep doing this where this is their worst case scenario. Proceeds to describe basic safe sex practices. Oh, what do you... I mean, what? If you have been consistently sexually active with a partner, you haven't been checking this shit? What are you doing? It's like, oh my gosh, guys. They just stripped away all of our rights. You know what I have to do now? Track my ovulation cycle and potentially, occasionally take pregnancy tests after I have unprotected sex with my long-term boyfriend or just some random guy at a bar. Man. Dark, dark days. These are dark, dark days. Isn't this what weren't they teaching you this like in freshman year of high school? Isn't this basic information? You could almost call it, safe sex or something. It's just bizarre. This is the end of days.
If you're in one of the states that have trigger laws that have now effectively banned abortion at any stage.
Congratulations, conservatives. Roe v. Wade got overturned.
You have no need to get an abortion. That's never going to happen to you. And that's not me being rude. You made that choice, clearly. Don't. You made that choice.
Abortion is no longer a constitutional right. That means in some, if not many places, abortion won't be accessible at all to anyone, period. Congratulations, your birth rates are going to skyrocket in places where people already were having issues. Feeding and housing the children that already exist. So what's your plan? You gonna adopt? You gonna foster? You gonna sponsor a child by sending them money? What are you gonna do? What's your next step?
This person clearly thinks they have some kind of gotcha here. I just can't hear a word coming out of your mouth. What the hell is wrong with your face?
If you have any beyond this, is birth control gonna be free? How about condoms? You gonna teach kids how to have safe sex?
Yeah, we've literally been talking about that this whole time. Hey, look, they're starting to light stuff on fire now. Telling you, man, it's gonna be a wild one out there. They're starting off small. I wonder what they're actually burning. Probably an American flag and a MAGA hat for some reason. And look at everyone taking pictures of it for the gram. Guy broke his phone. That's what you get for performative activism. Oh, look at his face. It is broken. Man, he just wanted to get a picture of the flames so he could show how much he cares about, I don't know, abortion or something.
Do a little blocking here.
All right, let's go back and see what this thing has to say.
Because abstinence-only education has worked so well for you thus far, right? Is child support going to start at conception? Since having a baby is a requirement, is extended paid maternal and paternal leave going to be a requirement too? You're going to force people to give birth and not put any safety nets in place to help them when they eventually do?
What is this weird obsession with maternal leave? Like that it has to be paid for by the federal government. I'm pretty sure a lot of businesses have maternal leave, like the bigger ones. This is what happens when you remove any kind of foundation from your life. The government becomes your god. If the government's not doing it, it's not a real thing to them.
You're not pro-life. You don't give a fuck about people. All you care about is control. And eventually, you're gonna puncture your palms from clenching your fucking fist so hard.
What? Oh, man. That's some big talk coming from someone who looks like... Well, looks like the way you do. Oh, God. They always look like that.
The overturning of Roe v. Wade has literally nothing to...
Oh, here we go. This is another very common look. How come guys that sound like this, they always have hair like that and the beard like that? Oh, man, that just god-awful beard. It's just kind of patchy, and then it's really like straight hair and patchy. Why is that an immediate sign that you're about to hear some of the dumbest shit you've ever heard? And it's going to be something about capitalism and women's rights and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, dude, democratic socialism is really the way to go. Vosh, we're about to hear what Vosh has to say.
The overturning of Roe v. Wade has literally nothing to do with protecting children and everything to do with punishing little girls who sin in the eyes of a made-up god. I would love to say that the fact that so many stupid people have so much influence over what happens to the citizens of this country blows my mind, but that would be a lie because I've lived here long enough that I'm not surprised at all. We are not the greatest country in the world, and orphanages, foster homes, and city streets are about to be overflowing with children born into a world that wants nothing to do with helping them now that they're not a fetus. These assholes want to brag about protecting the children and protecting babies, yet they're more concerned with protecting kids from books than guns. Actual Nazis run this country.
Dude, actual Nazis literally gave the power back to the people when they came, you know, and Hitler was like, dude, everyone should have guns and you should be able to decide. The federal government should not decide. Literal Nazis. Act like this country is run by literal Nazis.
Okay, so yet again, here's another TikTok. When are we striking? When are we flooding the streets of every state? When are we done working? Because guess what? Women make up 50% of the fucking population. We stop working with all of our allies. Like, I know my boyfriend won't go to work and strike with me, period. Let's see how America runs without its women.
Well, you're assuming that all women feel this way. They don't. They don't. And as far as how things will run, I'm pretty sure we'll get by without you there to head up the HR department to get people fired when they misgender the turtle identifying zoo animal that will only, you know, talk to you if you give him small pieces of lettuce and carrots because that's how he identifies. That's the jobs these people have. I mean, they're HR department nerds. Or they're gender studies experts. I think we'll be fine without you. Yes, actually. Surprisingly.
Personally, I had no idea that men even had thoughts. And now they're coming and swinging with some actions. Can you guys just take away my right to work while you're at it? Obviously, you've got a lot of pull up there with the big guys, so...
Man, that was god-awful.
So, the last time I talked about this, I didn't really have as many followers as I do now. And if you're going to unfollow me because of this, then that is perfectly fine, because it is a bad day in American history. And my job is to help women and people with uteruses or people who can conceive, and not to get on TikTok and say things that are favorable just for the sake of it.
You gotta stop using the beauty filters on TikTok. It's really, really annoying.
So we're gonna do a few things together here that will help us prepare if we need it, because I live in a state where abortion would most likely become illegal in most or all cases. So the first thing is, you need to make sure that all of your period tracking apps, done, get the data out of them, do a privacy data deletion request, whatever you need to do. I have videos of that lower down on my profile, go look at that. You need to make sure that if you have irregular, painful, or problematic periods, that they're noted with your OB or your doctor as an actual condition that you experience.
Dude, you know what's going on? This is like the beginning of COVID all over again, where all of a sudden people thought they were spreading great information by saying, okay, so listen, there's this, it's like it's this like soapy substance. They're usually in most bathrooms and kitchens. And you walk up to the faucet, and if you turn one of the handles, be careful not to turn the hot all the way because you might burn yourself. And you take this soapy substance and you put it in your hands. We call this washing your hands. And if you do that, it stops germs from spreading as much. And this is something new that we at the CDC just came up with. And I'm glad to share this with you guys. CDC just dropped this. We just figured this out. That's how these people sound. Roe v. Wade is overturned. Okay, guys, here's the thing you need to do. Track your cycle, right? See when you're ovulating to make sure that you don't get pregnant. Use condoms. See, it's a thing that the man wears during the act. You should try that. Really, just be careful. I mean, you gotta try to not get pregnant. You weren't doing that? What? Well, no wonder you needed an abortion twice a year. You're retarded.
So that if for some reason the right to birth control is taken away, that you have some justification in still getting it. You need to make sure that you're tracking your period closely and carefully. And do this on a piece of paper. Do this in the Notes app on your phone, but do not do it in an app. Have extra pregnancy tests on hand, and if you are even kind of thinking that you're pregnant, you need to test yourself. Beyond that,
you weren't doing this before? Dude, I'm telling you, washing your hands during COVID, this was just as big of a revelation for these people. Dude, maybe the World Economic Forum is right. Maybe the public is just a bunch of dumb, stupid animals that have no idea what the hell is going on, and they just deserve to be microchipped and controlled at this point. You're telling me that you've been having regular sex, and not once did it ever occur to you to use protection? Or if you missed a period, get a pregnancy test. You know what? You deserve the Great Reset. I give up, okay? Get out of here.
have some Plan B pills ready and backed up, but do not go and buy all of them. Don't take away from other women and other people who can conceive just because you're scared. Buy a couple to have, maybe one or two for a friend. Don't go buy out the whole shelf, but go buy a couple. And remember, if you're over the weight limit for the Plan B pill, you need to take 2 to make the dose effective, so keep that in mind. The last thing is that if you're under 10 weeks and you're pregnant, you can still get the abortion pill. There are plenty of...
Oh man, are they actually... Is it finally popping off? Are they rioting? Is that what's going on in this video? And just a reminder, this is live right now. It's gonna get wild, man.
Our streets!
Our streets! Our streets! Whose streets?
This is the barbecue battle! We're not involved. You guys gotta get out of here!
What? Did he say something about barbecue?
We're the barbecue battle! We have fences all closed here. Yes, we need everyone out of here going around. This is a heavy safety hazard. We have a lot of machinery. It's really dangerous. We need everyone out of here.
What?
It's fenced. We need everyone out of here. Yes, around the street. You can get right to the Supreme Court.
Are they about to walk into a freaking construction site? Dude, they're... Geniuses, man.
When the abortion activists flash heads with the barbecue.
He keeps saying something about barbecue something. That's some big brain stuff these guys are bringing to the table. This video is, you can see right, oh, I guess it's small, but this is in Washington, D.C. right now, this live stream.
People must decide our fate! Fuck the church! Fuck the state! People must decide our fate! Fuck the church! Fuck the state! People must decide our fate! Fuck the church!
What does that mean? F the church, F the state. The people must decide our fate? Is that what they're saying?
Decide our fate! Fuck the church! Fuck the state! People must decide our fate!
Wait, they gave the Supreme Court gave this decision back to the state. Oh, hey, the sexy bots are back. How appropriate for Roe v. Wade salt stream. And hey, cool, thanks, man. I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, for some reason they don't care about that. They don't care. They really don't care about anything that actually is important. God, let's see what this crazy woman has. There's one thing that I've been waiting for, because it was like the funniest one, and I guess I didn't realize how far it was into this list, because I still had one other thing I wanted to do tonight, and we've almost been going for 2 hours. I'm going to try to get to it because it was just the funniest thing that I've seen. Maybe we'll take a poll later once we finish the salt stream, if anyone's still interested in seeing the gay relationships versus straight relationships segment that I had planned. Because it's Pride Month after all.
Websites that provide this, most of them are European, but just do a quick Google search, get those resources in your phone. Just make sure you have some idea of where you can get those things. Yeah, and the last tip is be fucking pissed off. Be mad. Because being mad will make you vote for the right people who will actually represent your choices and what you want, and who won't just decide to do whatever their personal opinion is. Because, as I've discussed before, most of America...
How do you not get this isn't a personal opinion thing? Roe v. Wade was bad law.
agrees that abortion should be legal in all or most cases. People who are educated, people of color, white people, men, women, people of different political affiliations all agree. The majority agrees. And here we are.
We've always been operating that they would and could overturn Roe v. Wade. That was the goal of installing the justices on the Supreme Court that they did. They saw.
I'm going to let's skip just through some of
From
these.
this court, today we have lost a fundamental constitutional protection. That is the dissent of the 3 liberal court judges on the Supreme Court. Because today, Roe versus Wade.
My favorite thing about this is one of my favorite things that I keep seeing is when they talk about old white men shouldn't have control of our bodies. Wait, you do know who was involved in this decision, right? It was actually a perfect representation of our country. Men, women, and a few minorities mixed in. And this was the conclusion they came to. This is democracy in action. I thought they loved democracy.
Was overturned. And I know this video is not going to gain thousands of views like my other videos, but I cannot stay silent. Today is a
don't say take action.
It is not unforeseen because anyone who has paid attention even a small bit knows with the 2 nominees during the Trump presidency, if anything, this was the most foreseeable thing to happen. However, it is a terrifying reality that we're living in. Nothing about today's overturning is revolutionary a win. And if you believe so, you believe in restricting women's rights. You believe in restricting safe medical assistance. You believe in religion overtaking the law. Back alley abortion.
You see why I keep saying this? If you remove religion from it, because religion is not needed to come to this conclusion. It's not. Religion is an afterthought to this decision. Once you don't bring up religion, they have no other arguments. They just hate Christianity so much that they have to make it about attacking Christianity, right? I mean, what as soon as you take that part out of it, what's the argument? Well, I don't like you, so you're a poopy head again, I guess. You big bully.
Abortions will be on the rise and more women will die. More women will die due to this overturning. Supporting this is supporting religious extremism, the blatant show of religious extremism, because that's what it is. But you're supporting the restriction of women's rights, and women's rights are human rights. This is also the
breaking news. Women now considered human. What humans or women are, we still don't know.
Overturning of a precedent. Usually what that means is when judges try to rule, they look at a body of law and they try to rule within that precedent. This also allows many things to come on the chopping block. So yes, that means that gay marriage will most likely be next. We are in the fight for our lives. We are in the fight for...
They don't seem to understand any fundamental thing that's going on. It's like they're going to come after gay marriage next. Okay, see, listen, we're talking about does the Constitution say anything about any of these topics? Is there a constitutional reason for the federal government to be involved in this? And it turns out the answer is no. There is no reason. So we're going to let the states decide because that should be the default. The default should be the states. The federal government is just way too big for its britches nowadays, all right? Our founding fathers would have a freaking heart attack if they saw what we've let the federal government become. It's disgusting, man.
Our human rights, because that's what it comes down to. This is a human rights issue.
Oh, yeah,
America
for sure.
The Great, stripping away human rights unless you are white, rich, and privileged.
Oh, yes, America, land of the great. Land of the free, home of the great.
Remember?
Oh, here it is. God. You can already tell. Look at that. Oh, that face. Oh, what happened? Are all the streams gone now? Oh, this one's still up. They said it was going to come back. Let's see. Huh. Oh, well. But here it is. You can tell just by looking at this person, right? This one, man. It's short, but it's good. It's 2 videos that they posted back to back. Watch this. Watch this.
Remember how women had rights for like 50 years? It was a good run. It was a good run.
Ah, see the humor. See the humor. Women don't have rights now. You see.
Remember how women had rights for like 50 years? It was a good run. It was a good run.
And this coming up is the very next video that they posted after that. Watch this.
Remember how women had rights for like 50
Watch.
years?
I made a serious mistake in that video, and my mistake was that I gendered it. So let me redo it. Remember when people with vaginas had rights for like 50 years? What a great run.
With the recent turning.
Remember?
It was bad enough that they had to redo it. That was a big mistake. He gendered it. God, what a bigot. Dude, he's basically a Nazi at this point. I mean, come on. He gendered it. Can you believe that? Does this guy not know? I mean, anything? I mean, jeez.
How women had rights for like 50 years?
I made a serious mistake in that video, and my mistake was that I gendered it. So let me redo it. Remember when people with vaginas had rights for like 50 years? What a great run.
People with vaginas, man. Let me see if there's any. I don't know. All the streams that I had up are now gone. Let me see if there's any new streams. Surely they're going ham. Oh, when you type in Roe v. Wade on YouTube, they got a new, what do you call it? A new, like, you know, like when you put in COVID, it has that thing that comes up that tells you about it. Here's one that's still live. Okay. All right. So we've been going for what? About 2 hours. I think I have a few more Roe v. Wade videos from TikTok, but I did also have planned this gay relationships versus straight relationships, and it was from the channel Powered by Rainbows that I did the video, my last video on. So should we go into Pride, or should we just finish out Roe v. Wade and call it a night on that one? I mean, we'll switch to Over the Legal Limit afterwards, but this Roe v. Wade thing ended up taking a lot longer than I thought to get through. So I don't usually like to keep these streams going for longer than about hour and a half, 2 hours, so that these are then watchable, you know, as replays later, instead of, you know, like a 5 hour long stream. Yeah, it seems like I might as well just finish out the few that I have left for Roe v. Wade and then call that, and I'll save I'll save the gay relationships for straight relationships. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Maybe that'll be what I do on Monday. Who knew that there was just going to be more salt than you could possibly get through? I mean, we all knew that, but... All right, let's rock and roll. I wonder... Someone's got to be... Like something like Elad or somebody, you know, has got to be out there live streaming. From these absolutely wacky people, right? I mean, absolutely beautiful and brave. Nah, man, who could have seen this coming? The left is known for mostly peaceful protests. Dude, CNN told me that, man. Mostly peaceful protests. Occasionally fiery. Sometimes. But never unwarrantedly so. It's always absolutely warranted whenever it happens. And because after all, it's the language of the unheard.
The recent overturning of Roe v. Wade, I feel cornered and I feel fucking alone, dude. Like, my boyfriend is very understanding and, like, he understands why this is a big deal.
Your boyfriend's a soy boy.
But that's, like, the only person, like, besides my girlfriends in my life, like, that's the only person that gets it. I live in the South. My entire family is, like, super Christian and they are totally for the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And, like, I posted something on Facebook. And I was just like, look, like, women deserve to have autonomy over their own bodies. Like, this should be scary to you because it is a sign of a tyrannical government, basically. Like, this is bad. And my own dad commented and was like, well, that's how I feel about the vaccine. Like, people, like, being forced to take a shot. And it's like, I literally, like, it hurt me. Because normally I just, like, let that shit go and let my family say whatever the fuck they want. But it hurt me. I just said, Dad, I love you. But, like, those two things aren't comparable. And I had to just, like, oh my God, like,
because
I will delete
one has
Facebook
to do
off
with
my
bodily
phone.
autonomy and the other has to do with murdering a child. I'm with you, actually. Those two things are not comparable. I would have to agree on that, yes.
I can't even look at that shit. It's so hard to explain to men and even some women, like Republican women that buy into this shit.
Oh
like,
my God,
why
they're
this is
bought
so bad.
into it.
This is so bad. This doesn't just apply to, like...
Okay, she said it's really hard to explain it. Let's see. What are the odds that in this video she's going to attempt to explain it, or is she just going to continue to say it's just so bad?
You know, they think that it's just like random women using abortion as birth control. That's not how it fucking works.
Really?
And even if they did, like, that's not your fucking business. Whatever.
Well, then why even bring it up? It's not even like they're just using abortion for birth control. But yes, they are using abortion for birth control. So, like, totally, I mean, literally just, like, shut up. So, yeah, like, duh.
Women, like Republican women that buy into this shit, like, why this is so bad. This is so bad. This doesn't just apply to, like, you know, they think that it's just like random women using abortion as birth control. That's not how it fucking works. And even if they did, like, that's not your fucking business.
God, why did you bring it up then? This stuff just drives me insane. Why did you bring it up? As if it was somehow going to bolster your argument. And then say, and even if they did, it doesn't matter. You just no. Just fuck right off with that.
Whatever. But it's about so much more than that. It's about birth control itself. It's about women who have like issues with their pregnancy that can't give birth to a healthy baby. Or like if they were to give birth, it would kill them too. Like this changes everything. This sets a very scary precedent because it's like, oh, we can take this right away from women. Why don't we take this one too? Like, I don't know.
Man, what is the difference between straight white men and Republican women? Am I right? Sorry, I'm using comedy to cope. Hey, that's as good of a zinger as that woman who said, I know how to celebrate 4th of July. Stripping away my rights.
I feel very alone in that, like, feeling that I have of just, like, despair and emptiness. And that might sound, like, dramatic, but it's just...
It's dramatic, yes.
The reality of being a woman in America right now. There's not... No matter how much, like, certain men in my life love me, like, there's no way that they could ever understand. Like, I don't even want to talk to my own dad because he supports this shit, like... And he knows damn well that if somebody raped me and impregnated me, he would want me to get a fucking abortion. But he's been lucky enough to not have been through anything like that. I just... God damn,
You know what I think is funny, too? Is she keeps saying, I'm so alone in this, I'm so alone in this. And then, but you remember at the very beginning of the video? She said, I feel so alone in this, except for, like, my boyfriend, all of my friends, everyone around me. Wow, that is super alone. You mean everyone around you agrees with you? Man, that must be rough. I mean, except for your parents, of course. But, like, they're Republicans. Ugh.
Here's what I have to say to the Supreme Court. Fuck you! Fuck you for in the same week saying that people have the right to carry guns, which actually do fucking kill people.
This is going to be reasonable, I can tell.
Next day saying that abortion is illegal because babies' lives are precious. Where the fuck were those babies' lives when you were talking about people owning guns? Where the fuck were you thinking about those babies' lives when you've allowed relaxed gun rules to go into effect time and time again for the past 2 decades while children are being fucking actual fucking children are being murdered in schools? Where the fuck is your fucking decency in saying that states have the right to decide when in actuality you took away the right of a state to decide on gun laws? If you're going to make a fucking decision, make it make fucking sense. You don't give a fuck about states' rights. This is all about controlling women and being able to say what a woman can and cannot do with her own fucking body. So
honestly, I'm just impressed that when anyone who has a severe mental handicap can operate a phone. Because clearly this guy's retarded.
We are fucked.
Man.
So I'm sitting in a...
As every other woman in this series has explained, dude, we are so screwed right here. Our rights are so trampled that we're actually going to have to be responsible. Do you understand how demeaning that is? We're going to have to use condoms. We're going to have to pay attention to who we sleep with. This is literally Nazi Germany. Like, literally, like, dude, bruh. Dude.
Hot burn car right now.
because I cannot be inside the work building. Roe versus Wade just got overturned, and I hate that everybody's focusing on just the abortion aspect. Obviously, that's a huge freaking deal. Like,
huge.
But why does nobody realize that this is a right to privacy bill? All of your medical records, everything on your phone, every app, every picture, every text, everything you said, everything does not belong to us anymore. Your medical documents, they don't belong to us anymore. Everything that happened between...
So, okay, here's the thing, guys. Patriot Act, no big deal. Totally fine. NSA, wiretaps, data collection, CIA, FBI, totally fine, because up until this point, that's all been reined in by Roe v. Wade, bro. Roe v. Wade was the thing that was protecting you from the government. That was the only thing that gave you privacy. How do you not get this? People are talking about how this has to do with abortion rights. Abortion rights. This is literally about privacy. The government can now track your phone, keep track of your internet data, your history. Roe v. Wade prevented the Patriot Act from doing any of that. I don't know if people know this, but this is serious, man. This is serious stuff.
You and your therapist, there are no privacy rights. There's nothing. The government can just be like, all right, give it to me right now. This is bad.
I thought I was exaggerating her point, but that's actually what she thinks. Holy shit.
You and your therapist, there are no privacy rights. There's nothing. The government can just be like, all right, give it to me right now. This is bad. I don't even know what to say.
Surprise! Welcome to America. Abortion is all about money. Abortion access isn't just about bodily autonomy, but it's also about economic security and opportunity. Legal access to abortion increases women's probability of graduating college by 72%. Delaying motherhood by 1 year due to access to legal abortion increases women's wages by 11%. And on top of that, legal abortion decreases the percentage of children who grow up in poverty and improves future life outcomes, including college attendance rates. Legal abortion helps women and our society overall become...
Man, the sex bots are in the chat. I mean, normally I'd be okay with it, but we just lost Roe v. Wade. What if I get one of those sex bots pregnant? What would we do? I don't know. Why did I suddenly become a target for the sex bots, man? All right. Hopefully that'll get rid of it. And I don't mean in an abortion kind of way. I just mean hopefully the bots are gone.
More educated, higher earners in better financial positions. But let me be clear, the same people who stacked the SCOTUS bench do not want this for their communities.
They keep saying this. Stacked the bench. Do you see what you see the problem with this statement? Whenever something doesn't go 100% their way, but surely the democracy must be broken. Something bad must have happened here. This can't be reality. Babe, listen. That's how it works. There was openings. Trump was the duly elected president. He appointed people. That's how it works. And they say like how this is. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so There was one other Roe v. Wade thing I was going to pull up, and then we'll then we'll call it a night. We'll switch over to the after party on Over the Legal Limit. But whenever they were chanting this outside the Supreme Court, that this was an illegitimate decision, that this was somehow illegal, that somehow this was not something that this was unfair. The court was stacked. It was packed. This was a biased, unconstitutional opinion. Never mind the fact that everything was done legally and the ruling makes sense based on the Constitution, not religion. But then their response to this, many Democrats have been saying this for a while, their response to this, because they're the ones who want to preserve democracy, supposedly, is to expand the court. Screw it. Let's just add more people, because then there'll be people that we agree with. That's fair. No, let's literally pack the court. But you guys are the ones who are doing something wrong. You guys are the ones who are playing dirty, and it's unfair, man. It's unfair. Why can't they just say that this is what I want? So, yeah, this is just what I want. Man, dude, why are the bots going so hard today? Is it because of the Roe v. Wade decision? I don't know. And how many different accounts do they have to keep coming back? Because I keep banning it, and then... Man, super annoying. Okay. All right, let's go. Yeah, unfortunately, there's more.
Babies born into poverty. They want single mothers to struggle to support their children.
Oh,
why?
Yeah.
Because it keeps the working class working. The same legislators that are adamantly pro-life also hail from states with the highest poverty rates and the lowest literacy rates. So don't tell me this is about life. This is about keeping people paycheck to paycheck so that they have to work until they die. I'm mad. You should be too. You can fight back by donating and voting.
I'm sorry, what? That's usually an argument made by pro-life people. That last bit there, that it's like they want easy access to abortion so that so people will keep working because they won't have to take time off. But she's saying it's making women have to work and stay in the workforce to be able to afford abortions. That doesn't add up. What?
Lowest literacy rates. So don't tell me this is about life. This is about keeping people paycheck to paycheck so that they have to work until they die. I'm mad. You should be too. You can fight back by donating and voting. Surprise!
Huh. That is a new one. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It's stupid, but it's a new one. I must be missing something here.
Into poverty. They want single mothers to struggle to support their children. Why? Because it keeps the working class working. The same legislators that are adamantly pro-life also hail from...
Wait, okay, so they don't want you to get abortions so that you have children, so that then you have to have 2 jobs to support them. Is that what she's saying?
Rates. Legal abortion helps women and our society overall become more educated, higher earners in better financial positions. But let me be clear, the same people who stacked the SCOTUS bench do not want this for their communities. They want babies born into poverty. They want single mothers to struggle to support their children. Why? Because it keeps the working class working. The same legislators that are adamantly pro-life also hail from states with the highest poverty rates and the lowest literacy rates. So don't tell...
Wait, so she's saying having children makes you have to stay working to income home. I think that's is that her point? I think that's the point that she's making. Which is weird because, like I said, that's like kind of like the inverse of the argument that pro-life people were making about Margaret Sanger and the creation of Planned Parenthood, because it's actually better for women to have abortions because they can stay in the workforce. You get double the work pool. But she's saying having kids makes you stay working. No, it sounds stupid to me, but sure, why not? All right, here we go. One last thing on the Roe v. Wade train. I just wanted to pull up. Let's see if I can get this going. Here we go. Drew Hernandez, man, he's posted some good video from this. Oh, hey, that's from the live. He was at the live stream we were just watching. Look at that. No, I wanted to go to some of the stuff he posted earlier today. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. What a reasonable group of ladies, all sitting there crying. Why is it illegitimate? As is always the case, we're told this, but we're never really given an answer. Like I said, I don't like it, so it must be illegitimate. Look at her crying. The little cat ears headband, the pink studded choker, the glitter, it all just screams respect me and my political opinions. Oh man, and did you see that old lady? Oh, look how mad she is. Enhance. Jesus. Skeletor over here, ready to kick some ass, man. This is illegitimate. That's all I know. Damn it, they're playing Rage Against the Machine in the background, and Rage Against the Machine is the most pro-machine band there is. This freaking stream is now going to be completely taken down because it played Rage Against the Machine for 2 seconds in the background. God, those freaking commie bastards. Man, dude. Do they not? How do they not get that this is illegitimate, dude? What? This is definitely furthering the cause for women's rights. They all seem downright reasonable, not irrational, crazy women. No, I think this is proving, you see, this is proving that women should be allowed to vote. Oh, here's people celebrating, pro-lifers celebrating. Here's the good one, man. AOC showed up, yeah. This proves how qualified she is, man, to be in our government, to be in the legal process at all, the legal arena. AOC says this is illegitimate, man. What does going to the streets? What is that gonna do? Oh, here's this awesome guy from Swamp News.
I will not be stopped. We are.
And here he is. What a psychotic piece of shit. Climbing up onto the bridge. Look at that. Look at that guy. Dude, this is it, man. This is what's gonna bring back Roe v. Wade. Can you see how much activisming he's doing right now? This is how things get done. That's it. Pack it up, boys. Reinstate Roe v. Wade. We lost this one. I mean, look at that guy. What a statement. The activisming is off the charts. I'm not sure what the green flag means, but man, he got it. And Drew Hernandez actually did get, look, this is the picture that guy took, the selfie he took up there. Oh, come on. How can you even take yourself seriously, dude? What are you doing, man? This guy. Honestly, for the sake of humanity, I hope wherever this guy lives, they do still allow abortion for any reason. This man should not reproduce. It's amazing how quickly they go from, dude, we literally almost lost our democracy on January 6th. Our democracy is under attack. The right is trying to steal our democracy. They're trying to undermine the Constitution. They are literally going to destroy the country, to chanting, fuck this court, and just saying we should just kill everybody and burn it all down. Oh, yeah, sure. That's perfect.
You cannot sit here and say, no, we are not doing it. You're taking our rights away. You're taking our rights away. No, you're taking our fucking rights away.
There's some legitimate discourse going on here. That's brilliant. Doing this kind of stuff, this is powerful, man. A little smoke bomb next to burning the American flag. Dude, the pro-lifers don't stand a chance, bro. Can you believe that? I mean, I'm convinced. Your opinion is clearly the valid one. I don't know what I was thinking, man. It's absolutely crazy. All right, guys. This has been the Roe v. Wade Salt Mines. Thank you for hanging out. Please, if you can, check out the merch, donate on PayPal, send a super chat. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to come back for Over the Legal Limit. Which, if you haven't hung out for that, we just listen to music and drink beers and talk about crazy shit. If I could find any good streams of the protests that are going on right now, I'll definitely pull that up for sure. All right, guys. I'll see you in a bit.